Hi, I'm Ben Schwartz. Just want to take a moment and talk about Delaware Criminal Defense Lawyers for doctors, physicians, nurses, and other healthcare providers. In my office, we have a department of criminal defense lawyers. I'm one of them. Some of the other attorneys that are handling criminal defense cases currently include Bill Dealey and Matt Stiller, and some of the other attorneys as well. The defense of criminal cases for physicians, nurses, and healthcare providers is different from the defense of criminal cases for others. And the reason for that is because when you've got a healthcare provider with a criminal arrest or a criminal indictment, the case becomes like an onion. So the first thing that we try to do is we try to manage the PR. We try to manage the public relations relating to the arrest. We've had numerous cases where our clients do not get their faces in the newspaper, do not get their names dragged through the mud at the time they're arrested. And that is a major benefit because an arrest can put a doctor out of business. And what you have to understand is that the standard for an arrest is probable cause. Just because a judge issues a warrant based upon one-sided facts or one-sided testimony may establish probable cause, but it doesn't establish guilt. It doesn't mean that the defendant, the physician, or the nurse who's accused actually did anything wrong. Unfortunately, it can be a practice ender if it gets out. And so in our criminal cases where we represent a doctor or a nurse or someone in the medical profession, what we try to do is get the police or the arresting agency not to issue a press release, not to put it out there in the public media for everyone in the community to find out about it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's something that we like to do in our cases because we don't want any publicity that we don't have to have. And a lot of times, the police and the prosecutors agree with us that it's not right to publicize the arrest of a physician. It's not right to publicize the arrest of a medical provider when proof beyond reasonable doubt hasn't come into existence yet, when they haven't had their day in court, when they haven't had their due process of a court hearing. Another reason why criminal defense of healthcare providers is different from your standard or routine criminal case is that when you're a physician or a healthcare provider, you are in an employment relationship, maybe with a hospital or with a practice group. And even if you're not in an employment relationship, you may be a physician who has hospital admitting privileges. And so you're going to either have employment issues or you're going to have issues before the medical executive committee, and you may have a hearing through the MEC to determine if your privileges are curtailed or if your privileges are revoked. Also, for medical treatment providers, there are issues with the National Practitioner Data Bank. So, for example, if you're a doctor, you're arrested due to something that may have happened at your hospital, and the hospital MEC opens an investigation. If you resign your privileges while under investigation, you may unintentionally create a reporting duty for the hospital to report the investigation, to report the resignation to the NPDB. Another thing that comes up in the criminal defense cases for our physician clients and our medical treatment provider clients is the duty to report to the Division of Professional Regulation. So there are duties in Delaware for licensed medical providers. There are duties to report other medical providers. There are duties to self-report. And so you need to have an attorney who can give you good, solid advice on your duty to report. In any event, these are some of the issues that come up in the defense of criminal cases involving doctors, surgeons, physicians, nurses, chiropractors, all medical providers. And so if you are a medical treatment provider and you are facing criminal charges, if you're facing arrest, indictment, or if you've been called for questioning, or if you've been contacted by an investigator from DPR, we want you to contact us as soon as possible and get a consultation with one of our criminal defense attorneys who can help you protect your rights. I'm Ben Schwartz. I'm an attorney with the law firm Schwartz & Schwartz. We have offices in Wilmington and in Dover, Delaware. Our main office address is 1140 South State Street, Dover, Delaware, 19901. The phone number is 302-678-8700. My email is ben.schwartz@schwartzandschwartz.com.